distraction. It is fucking hot out here in Georgia. It's like 98 degrees or some crap. So how you guys doing? So we haven't picked up the camera in a while because we've been busy doing other stuff, family stuff, hanging out with friends, you know, just doing some shenanigans. So I came up here about 2 days ago with the wheels for the front. Actually, these are GTO spares on a 26-inch Race Master, you know, an M&H tire. We're still waiting on the front aerospace component brakes for the front end. What else? So we got the 15-inch conversion all finished up. Here's some nice little weld forged wheels, 15 by 10, I believe. It's a 28-inch tire. We got the lower control arms mocked up, or already mounted. The adjustable radius rods. I'm waiting for the adjustable tow rods, but you see a little theme that we have here: red, blue. Might paint the axles white, a little America or a little Cuba, you know, red, white, and blue, or Puerto Rico or any other flag. That's red, white, and blue. Little by little, we're mocking up the intercooler. We had to completely change our idea of where to mount the intercooler. You're fine. You can edit. You can edit all this stuff out. Probably won't. So, mounting up the radiator right now. We initially were gonna run an air to water intercooler. I'm sorry, the air to air intercooler. Things change, people change. You know, we're gonna go with a air to water intercooler. It's down there. I don't know if you can see it too well. Well, we were gonna mount it down here in this area. Rotate the turbo housing down, have it connect from basically the housing, come over to the intercooler, would go straight up, and it would go up and into the intake. Due to some size restraints because of the radiator and the neck on the water pump, we decided to go a different route. We'll be back in a little bit with it kind of mocked up, so you can kind of see in what direction we're going to. But basically, intercoolers are going to be mounted like right here. It's gonna be a direct, like just short piece of maybe like 5-6 inch tubing from the throttle body into the intercooler, and then from the intercooler straight into the turbo. All right, we'll be back with a little more information a little later on. Richie, good luck editing all this crap. Sorry that we haven't been recording a heck of a lot. Here we have this sexy man Ray over here cutting up some tubing. Basically, we're making these legs support the bottom of the radiator. We're gonna connect it with some maybe some flat stock or something to create like a base, like a shelf for the radiator to sit on. Get some rubber insulation to kind of just help with the vibration of the motor and such. So just kind of winging it, figuring out a good way to mount everything up on the car using what we have. America.
What's going on, guys? I know it's been a while. You guys waiting for an update? Well, I got a little bit of progress going on. Got sent home for a couple days from work because of the whole coronavirus. So I'm taking advantage of that, trying to get some work done. I'm out here in the G8. I'm turning it down. I was going to just swap the cam. We had talked about it, swapping the cam, leaving the motor the way it was. After a little bit of convincing, I got him to let me pull the motor out and gap the rings and do all that shit. So that's what I'm going to start doing now. I have it somewhat tore down, as you can see. Basically, all I really got to do is just take out the turbo manifolds, undo the tranny, the torque converter, the starter, and the two mounts, and she's out. I also got some progress done on other stuff. I guess I'll show you. So on my customer's car, the old Hurst, went ahead and the last video I had, I was tearing it down. Well, there she is. She's all cleaned up, rings gapped, poly pen on, mounts on. Basically, the only thing I'm waiting for is I gotta put the cam in it. put the lifters and stuff in it, put the heads on. I was gonna use the original heads that came with it, the 317s. Mind you, this car is gonna be mostly all motor. We are gonna throw a nitrous kit at it. I'll probably do like 150 shot, so nothing crazy. But I decided that I'm not gonna do it. I went ahead and I'm gonna actually pull the heads off the 5.3. They're 862s, but that will actually bump up the compression almost the whole point. And that's an LQ4, so I believe they're like 9.5 to 1. So I should be seeing 10.5 to 1. Don't mind this. I welded it up and left it out in the rain. It's been out here for a couple weeks already, and it's all rusted. But I don't care. I'm gonna clean it all up, and it's gonna get all heat wrapped and coated, so I'm not really worried about it. But I'm gonna use these heads on that motor, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The only problem I have is because of the whole coronavirus thing. Texas Speed told me I'm gonna have to wait almost 2.5, 3 weeks for the valve springs. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna take the valve springs off the G8, because we're actually going with double valve springs now, 660s from Texas Speed, and I'm gonna use those on my customer's car until his springs come in, and then I guess I'll give them to Fluffy, let Fluffy do whatever he wants with them. They're the same springs. These springs barely have any mileage on them. It's not gonna make a difference. But it'll just let me get so much more done now instead of waiting 3 weeks. I go ahead and knock that out. Probably have that motor done tomorrow. Hopefully set it in. I did get the torque converter ready. I got the cross member. I got everything ready. So it's ready to go, man. So as soon as I get the motor in, I can drop it in. So that's the plan. I'm gonna pull out Fluffy's motor. I'm gonna disassemble it, take the valve springs off this one. I'm gonna disassemble this motor, take the heads off of that one, clean them up, map the valves, put those valve springs in that and this motor with new seals. I got a whole new gasket kit. I'm gonna use these on the 6.0, give it a 10.5 compression. That way you can have a little more ump. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say it's a poor boy LQ9, I guess. But yeah, that's the plan. Right now I'm just gonna pick up a little bit because it's natural ridiculous right now, and it's hot, as you can tell. I'm sweating like a fat kid. Well, I'm a little fat, but yeah, I'm gonna record a little bit when I go to pull the motor out, and I'm gonna record the rest of me putting assembling the motor back together, so you guys can have some content. Haven't been able to getting content out lately. My job, like I was saying with the whole coronavirus thing, they actually sent home 2/3 of the shop. So it was me and 3 other guys working basically 15-hour shifts for 6 days a week for the last couple of weeks. So I had no time to work, man. My downtime was sleeping and eating, because on top of 15-hour work week, I drive an hour and a half to work and an hour and a half back. So if you add that up, it doesn't give me a lot of time to rest and enjoy my family. So that's what's been going on. But we got some good content coming up. We threw on the wheels already, did the 15-inch conversion with the control arms and all that stuff. We're waiting for the tow arms to come in so I can adjust. You can see that it's towed in. Fluffy already did order those. I got the aerospace component brakes already inside. I test fitted them the other night when they got here. It looks like it's gonna fit perfect. Tell me how this is possible. And those brakes are cutting 65 pounds off the front of the vehicle. That's ridiculous. Especially unsprung rotating mass. That's gonna make a hell of a difference, man. That plus the wheels. I mean, those wheels had to weigh at least, minimum 40 something, 50 pounds a piece. So if you coop, these wheels now he's running, they don't weigh nothing. I mean, I think if they weigh 15 pounds, it might be a lot. So, I mean, we're knocking down maybe 70, 80 pounds of wheel and tire weight, and then an extra 65 pounds off brakes, and that's off the nose of the car. This car, hopefully, and not hopefully, it should 60 foot good. It should have no problem picking up the front. I was talking to one other guy. He owns the fastest all-motor G8. He said that with the brakes alone, he picked up like, I think it was like 3/10. So, and he's running the same wheels and tires and the same brake setup. He said after he did the wheels and tires and brakes, he says the car would actually pick up the front end. So we're hoping to do the same thing, especially being able to leave harder because, you know, 2-step, a trans brake, and boost. Boost is the best. But yeah, definitely that. It's gonna be awesome, man. I'm so excited. Like, I don't even know. You guys don't even know how excited I am. And then look at this. I was playing around. Yeah, don't mind the bumper. It's coming off. It's actually going to paint in a week or two. I was just playing around with the front mount. I'm actually going to pull the tranny out tomorrow. I sold the tranny to a guy. It's just a 60E, but I sold the tranny to a guy. I actually have my 480E sold also. So I'm selling both of them, and I'm picking up FTI Turbo 400 level 4 transmission. Comes with a trans brake, rated for like 900 horsepower. Comes with warranty. I bought a transmission cross member from a dude on Performance Trucks. He actually makes them. His name's Randy. Great guy, great customer service. I mean, I called the guy up, told him, hey, look, you know, this is what I need. I need a transmission cross member for my truck, regular cab short bed, Turbo 400. Man, he said, send me the money, send me his PayPal, $165, shipped. 3 days later, I had my part, and it's good quality, man. It actually weighs, the factory cross member is 30 pounds, and the new one is 5 pounds. So that's 25 pounds I'm losing. That's amazing. That's like a whole him. Mason, say hi. You don't want to say hi? Look at him with his pants backwards. He just woke up, acting all crazy. Listen. Mason, you gonna help Daddy build some race cars? Yeah? That's my little helper. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tune you guys in as soon as I start wrenching. Right now, let me just pick up a little bit and get stuff organized before I start wrenching.